No game here, just a market scam. From scams to games fans pretend don't exist.
Never existed.
I'm playing some of the worst games on Steam, but I'm going to try to find something positive about each one. Wish me luck. We'll start with one of the scam games. A game with graphics I could create, and they're made with AI as well. Turte, with 10% positive reviews. I just want to say, popular user-defined tags for this product: simulation, strategy, massively multiplayer. You've got one objective: click the middle of your screen. I do kind of like the shake animation for the score though not everyone shares that opinion, and it seems to go all over the place. I kind of wonder if it can go off screen. But to spare my mouse, I'm not going to find out. You have this upgrade to color your turtle, which I had to buy multiple times to get to work, but then you can buy it again, and it changes the color of your turtle for one click. Not sure if that's intended, but that's some pretty good marketing right there. You also seem to get these random turtle things in the turtle shop, which you can sell on the Steam market, making it the market scam we were talking about earlier. But don't worry, we've got other scams on this list. That shake animation though. There's really not much else to this game, so we'll sum it up with this comment. Broken achievement. Notice that one. 7.7% of people have it though. 4K support is broken. I know, right? This game without 4K? What's even the point? Clicking the pond icon works the first time, but clicking it after that will instantly close the pop-up. Found that out too. I mean, it's probably a feature, he doesn't want you to sit there reading things that you've already read. Clicking the turtle enough will shake the number off the screen, and it doesn't come back down. He's confirmed my suspicion. Can't click the turtle after the numbers flew off the screen. Good thing I didn't try. No exit game button. Yep, that's always the sign of a perfect game as well. I mean, why would you need to exit these games? Definitely not the way to make a good game. But it is his first game, so maybe we should give him a little slack. This next game may be controversial. It may not deserve to be on this list, at least anymore. But it is one of the worst reviewed games on Steam, so I'll let you guys decide. 23% positive of 423 reviews. Bell Ringer. Absolutely thrilling gameplay. It's got a good game loop though. Get it? Game loop? I beat the campaign on easy mode. Top 5.5% of the player base, by the way. I tried a couple of characters. There's a guy with a sword and a shield, one with 2 axes, one with a giant sword, one with a scythe, and one with claws. And all these characters have unique movesets, so that's pretty nice. The campaign is a fairly short 5 levels of enemies. You fight some pigs, some vampires, some Karenites. Then, in the Ice Cavern, you fight silhouettes of all the playable characters. And Hope's End, where you face all the enemies you just faced. Then I played against some bots. It's a fast-paced arena PvP brawler after all. And then the bots, knowing they couldn't beat me, threw themselves down into the abyss. Then I set the difficulty to 5, and the bot had this crazy dodge, while we were tied 2-2. Now actually this ice projectile just doesn't hit anything right in front of you, sadly. Then he slashed me. But I really wanted to put this game to the test, so I grabbed a couple of human friends, and we played for a while. I won the first match, but I was the only one that had played the game before. Then they started to get the hang of it, and we split the games pretty evenly. So we tested out all the characters, of which some have one-shot capabilities. It was kind of fun though, although it's probably more about who you play with rather than the game. You and a couple of buddies could have fun, but there are plenty of better games you could be playing with friends. Basically, the strategy is to use your most overpowered special move, and if it doesn't hit, run away till your mana comes back. So let's have a look at what other people say. Wow, first 2 reviews are positive. I read reviews. I expected cheap as dirt, worst game ever. People say it's like the worst game ever. Community tricked me again. It's not. It's just mediocre. You jump around and slash some fantasy monsters, or your friends, and that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you for putting bots into your game. Yeah, it does at least have bots. This would have been a better game if it came out in the 90s. That's true, it would have been a great sequel to Pong. So I think the main reason this game has so bad of reviews is that when it first came out, it had a lot more bugs, didn't have the thrilling campaign, and also used to cost money. It came out at a price of $6.99, which for this game, yeah, the negative reviews are probably justified. It's been free for a little over a year though. Also, the menu says the controls use A for 2 different actions. Unplayable. A more recent review put it like this: no. Now for the dreaded Command & Conquer 4, Tiberian Twilight.
This is madness.
This game was recommended as one of the most hated by one of you guys. and I can see why. With 16% positive reviews, they must have royally screwed up, because its predecessor, Command & Conquer 3, has 94% positive reviews. So how'd they drop the ball so badly? There are many differences between these games that can contribute to a lot of the hate. The Command & Conquer series are a defined genre of base-building RTSs, with a story to help drive the narrative. But they had a brilliant idea to change that for the fourth. Instead of trying to perfect the system they had been creating with all the others, with a fan base that supported it, they decided to scrap it entirely, making a game of kind of a completely different genre. It would almost be like if they released Renegade and called it Command & Conquer 3. So I jumped in to see what it's like. I started with the campaign, which for most Command & Conquer games is a nice selling point. I'll be honest, I played the first 4 levels, and pretty much all I got out of it was that I have a wife. Pretty much nothing happened to progress the story at this point.
I'm sorry, sir.
So I went and played against some bots in its main feature, 5v5 combat. I would have tried PvP, but not surprisingly with the state of the game, I couldn't find a match. So bots it is. And honestly, I kind of enjoyed beating up on the bots. It definitely wasn't a Command & Conquer game though. You have your one main building that's fairly mobile, and you basically just spam units from it, trying to capture Tiberium points, gaining your team's score. You have no currency, just a supply point cap, and so you literally just spam and try to stay at that cap, which is nothing like Command & Conquer games, which have a currency, no supply points, and actual buildings. It's as if the company just thought, okay, everything we've done in previous games, get rid of it. Let's go for something completely different, which is crazy since it was a finale to the series. If they released this game without trying to slap the Command & Conquer title on it, and saying that it was the final and epic finale of the beloved series, and instead just released it on its own, as a little game with some PvP action, it probably wouldn't have been so hated. It wouldn't have been the next big hit, but it probably would have had higher than 16% positive reviews. 17% at least.
Never existed.
16% positive of 50 reviews. This game translates to questioning the mountains and seas, Wukong. Now this is probably 1000% the perfect translation, so we'll just refer to it as Wukong. Honestly, this game is entirely in Chinese. Story-wise, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. At some point, you're going to take out demons and stuff and fight other champions. It probably all has a really deep meaning behind it, but I'm just aimlessly killing what it tells me to. Even though it was entirely in Chinese, it was quite intuitive. Big flashing icons telling me what to click. And when it didn't, I improvised and clicked randomly. I actually enjoyed the game for the most part. It ran smoothly, has decent graphics, the combat wasn't too bad. I even almost died at one part. The boss fights weren't too bad, you had to dodge things and stuff. I can't say anything about the story, but maybe the reviews will shed some light. Although I can't read Chinese, and all the reviews are in Chinese. So we'll see what Google Translate has to say. The web game has been reskinned, but there is no innovation in the gameplay. It doesn't feel like this is something seriously made. It's a rubbish game. It's just rubbish. It's rubbish. If you have the time, why not play Legend? Legends are better than her. It's rubbish. An inferior mobile game with Wukong's name on it. Listen to advice. Rubbish game, poor content, poor graphics, poor gameplay. I feel like there are probably some cuss words in there, but here's a positive review. It's a good game. The name should be popular, but actually it has nothing to do with Wukong. It's just a game about cultivating immortals. It's fun to fight monsters and upgrade. Yeah, overall the gameplay to me is not too bad, but nothing special either. And if you know Chinese, it may be a lot worse. Another Chinese game I was going to play, Strong Army, but it wouldn't get past this screen. Shame. It's probably going to be the best game on this list. So instead, 12% positive of 16 reviews, Crimson Angel. So the game is a passive game. You don't really do much. It highlights something, and you click highlighted item, unless highlighted item costs money. That pretty much sums up this game. It's obviously quite easy to play. I started it up pretty late at night, and killed some time with it, but that's probably all it's good for. I got up to rank 6th out of a whopping 19 people on the server, but ain't no way I'm trying to catch rank number 5. The game had this cool feature, it white screened a couple of times. Exiting out and starting it back up, fixed the feature. I almost died here, but saved just in time by the white screen. And obviously a game like this wouldn't be complete without lots of opportunities to pay to play. I feel like even with how much I played, it started to slow down a lot. And that's where they try to get you. to start unloading your bank account directly into the game. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing in this game. I kind of feel like that's what they're going for, just click the flashing things, even the price twins. This game crashed so many times in 3 hours that I could not believe it. Logged in, opened one interface, then crashed. Killed a few mobs, tried to get some rewards available, crash. Crash, crash, crash. Well, that's your problem, you were clicking way too many interfaces. A chill, idle autoplay game till 4-minute marker. The white screen of death. Every 4 to 5 minutes of play. Any ideas why this is happening? Shame. Could have had fun in the background. Sounds like you're clicking too many things as well. Think of this game like an idle clicker game, with an egregious cash shop. Sums it up perfectly. Now for the lowest percentage of all the games on this list, 4% of users gave it a positive review out of 21. That's less than one person. Relic Hunt. First impression is, the special effects, not too bad. This coin sound is one of only 2 sounds in the game. No music either. We've got some menus with not much in them. I changed my old archaeologist to this epic treasure hunter. Oh, first relic. I'm sure you can pawn that somehow, but don't know how though. Tried clicking everything and dragging things places. But they've got poker, so I'll go for 1,000 gold, then play poker. You know, clicker-wise, Turte was more fun. Alright, just me and a bot. Quite the showdown. There were a couple of exciting hands. I raised him 1,000 on this pair of 3s. Then he ups me with a raise of 2,000. I think about folding, but what am I, a coward? I decide to call. And we tie. Pair of 3s with the ace high. Also, when you clean him, he just restocks his coins, so infinite money glitch. I quit when I got up to 29,000. Oh, and I finally figured out how to buy stuff. You right click. Who would have guessed? Opening packs. Every game needs this. Oh yeah, I definitely found the meta. Play poker, beat the bot, spend the money, unlock all the items. Simple and easy. No clicking necessary. You could also sell items on Steam Market, which means if this game wasn't completely dead, you could play a bot for real money. Yeah, probably partially why this game's reviews are so negative. 100% trash. To be able to buy the first chest, it needs 3,000 clicks, without any passive income. And if you get something bad, just click another 3,000 times for another chance. Should have played poker, was way faster. This is nothing, doesn't even update every click. Below minimalist, and still has the gall to have a purchasable, low quality end effort. Yeah, I think if you click up here, it says it has a 0.3 second cooldown on the click. So I think it's a feature, unfortunately. I would not even add to library. Probably a good idea for all of you watching. Play something good like, I don't know. At the moment I can't think. But what I'm playing now is Space Travel Idol. Yeah, can confirm. It's a better game.